Ah, van life. It's pure freedom. Until it's not. Until your fridge dies in the middle of the night. Ah, Your Starlink router goes dark during a work call. Hello? And you're stuck choosing between making coffee or charging your laptop. That's when freedom becomes survival mode, and honestly, most of us are barely scraping by on power. Oh no! And that was me, juggling two 100 amp hour lithium batteries constantly on edge. Always calculating, always compromising, and for a lifestyle that's supposed to be liberating, that kind of energy anxiety just kills the vibe. So when Vatrer reached out and offered to send me two 300 amp hour LiFePO4 batteries, I said yes. That's 600 amp hours, triple my original capacity. And I'm not gonna lie, it changed everything. But this video isn't just about slapping in some big batteries. It's about what this upgrade actually means. Real off-grid power, real freedom, and honestly, why most of us have been doing it wrong. But it's also about something we don't talk about enough. I'm about to switch these out. Am I terrified? And that's how scary making these upgrades can actually be. Horrified. I don't even know the word for it. Welcome back to Bunny and Beyond. I'm Bunny. I've been doing van life for over 12 years now in all kinds of rigs, on a shoestring budget, and usually figuring it out as I go. I'm a solo female traveler. I roll with my dog, and I share the real, raw, behind-the-scenes version of life on the road. We don't sugarcoat things here because van life isn't always cute. Sometimes it's messy, it's hard, and it's confusing, but it's also incredibly worth it. If that's your vibe, hit subscribe. And don't forget to tap that notification bell so you actually see when I post. Oh, and throw me a like so the algorithm doesn't ghost me in your feed. All right, enough about me. Let's get into these batteries. I was genuinely anxious about swapping out my batteries. I was afraid I'd mess it up. I'm about to switch these out. Am I terrified? No, I'm mortified. Fry something or take my whole system offline. Horrified. I don't even know the word for it. I am so anxious over doing this. Don't hide the fact that you might be anxious too. I was never trained in electrician stuff. My dad didn't even teach me how to drive. I had to learn my own way, how to do an oil change, how to do my brakes. My dad was useless. He didn't teach me anything except how not to behave. The only thing I got from my dad is my beautiful hair. So I reached out to a friend who helped me with my last battery install, fuses, switches, all of it. Everyone, I want you to meet Tim. And if you remember him from one of my van build videos, you know he's the real deal. He helped me through this whole thing, even from 1,000 miles away. And I wouldn't have gotten it done without him. And now it's time for an upgrade. Listen, I want to say this crystal clearly. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask the dumb questions. It's okay to phone a friend. And it's even okay to make mistakes. That's how we learn. And that's how we get better. So if you're out here trying to figure it out, you're not alone. So let's talk about what this upgrade really did for me and what it might do for you. So in my prior setup, I was using two 100 amp hour lithium batteries from WattCycle. But I was constantly pushing them to the limit. Even with my 410 watt panel on the roof, I had to actively monitor everything. I'd get through the day, but by the next morning, I'd often wake up to low voltage alarms, and that meant no fridge, no coffee, no laptop charging, and occasionally no Starlink, which if you rely on it for work, you know it's not optional. And yeah, I had enough to get by, but it always felt like I was managing a shortage, not enjoying my setup. And that's not sustainable when you're living full-time in a van. So when Vatrer offered to send me two of their 300 amp hour LiFePO4 batteries, it was an upgrade that I couldn't refuse. We're talking going from 200 amp hours total to 600 amp hours capacity. That's 3 times the usable capacity I had before. And the first impression was solid. The packaging was professional, the construction is rugged, and finally, a product with instructions that finally made sense. If you saw my water heater review, you know I don't say that lightly. Those instructions nearly made me lose my mind. So Vatrer, thank you. Clear, concise, well organized, well illustrated, and yes, the English makes sense. And I say that coming from someone with a graphic design degree. This makes sense. You would think that this would be standard, but it's not. But these batteries are also packed with features, including a built-in heater that automatically turns on if the temperature drops too low. Now, I'm not currently in a freezing environment, but if I do travel into colder regions, I'm not gonna have to worry about charging in freezing temps. The battery just handles it. And here's another big win. These are smart batteries. You can download the Vatr app, it's free, and it connects you directly to your batteries via Bluetooth. You get real-time updates on your charge percentage, internal temperature, voltage, cycle count, and more. And that kind of visibility means you're no longer guessing. You know exactly where your batteries are at. No crawling into the battery bay with a multimeter or squinting at an inverter screen. That's the kind of modern convenience that I think more off-grid gear needs. When you're mobile, digital monitoring should be standard, and Vatr actually delivers. Now I want to talk briefly about the install. I did the wiring myself, and I've got footage of the whole process. But I also reached out to a buddy just to talk it through. And if you don't know him, Tim runs a site called mynomaddirectory.com. It's a peer-to-peer directory built for the Nomad community. You can list your services, promote products, share resources, find reviewed free campsites, and even give away gear to help others out. It's an amazing community-driven resource and exactly the kind of platform we need more of in this space. So huge shout out to Tim and mynomaddirectory.com. So here we go with the actual install. This is the back of my van, and I already have the two 100 amp hour batteries that I basically just have to switch out with the new Vatr power batteries. Now I will lose a little bit of space with this in my garage under my bed, but I'll take that sacrifice to gain the power that comes with these batteries. Now, side note, I like to keep my batteries on platforms in case something spills in the van, so that's why that wood is there. See that little green light? That's my little switch. Now it's off. That means I have no power going to anything. But I do have this right now that I can charge things on. Just FYI, this is the AFERY power station that I'll be reviewing in a future video. A spoiler alert, I love this thing. And that I can charge things on. And I'm just not gonna use my fridge for the moment and just keep it shut. I'm gonna show you what I'm about to do. Now, I have already labeled the batteries and the cables, so I know which cables to hook up where. I have to actually label these two batteries. First thing I have to do is turn off the solar from all of this stuff. And I have directions that I've written down. I first need to turn off the solar, and then I need to turn off the batteries. Solar, off. Battery, off. Everything's off. I have one battery out. I've disconnected all the posts. I'm gonna take this one out. That same arrangement is gonna fit the new ones because they should be about the same width. So let's see. I'm a nervous wreck when I get those other batteries out of their wrapping and styrofoam and put them in place. We are almost there. I'm just referring with a friend as to what I should put between them. I have a piece of styrofoam. I'm just making sure that's okay with him. I'm really glad that Sir Tim Untethered is here helping me because I would be lost without him right now. I'm just terrified of doing this kind of stuff, and he is just here to answer any of my questions. We already owe him our lives, so we're just gonna owe him, like, I guess a couple more. I'm terrified, but I'm going to put positive to positive now. I'm nervous. Am I gonna get shocked? I'm scared. I can't do this. I'm scared. Am I gonna get shocked? Am I terrified? No. I'm mortified. I'm absolutely horrified. I don't even know the word for it. I am so anxious over doing this. So anxious. Okay, it's time to call a friend.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm shaking.
You're almost there. All you're doing is taking two batteries and making one big battery by chaining them together.
Okay. I'm terrified right now.
You're not doing anything crazy.
Is it going to hurt?
Oh God, no. It's a 12-volt battery. It wouldn't hurt you not that much more than putting a 9-volt battery in your tongue, although I wouldn't lick your battery, right?
I've never done that. I don't know what that feels like.
Oh, okay. Something we used to do to test to see if they were good back in the day.
Well, that explains a lot, Tim. Okay, here we go. I'm terrified. Please stay on the phone with me. I'm begging you.
Oh, okay, yeah, no problem.
Here we go. I'm terrified. This is the scariest part for me. I know I'm annoying. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, please let me make this up to you.
I'm not doing anything.
You know, there's a first time for everything. I'm just a wuss. Sparrow is sitting here. Oh my God, he's so wonderful. He's like, Mom, I'm here if you need me. The moment of truth.
Just be careful with that ratchet.
Oh, you know, I'm loosening it. I didn't see a shock. Is that bad?
You're probably not going to notice it.
Oh my God, it's halfway done. Oh, that came off. I'm scared.
You're 95% of the way there. So.
Turn it on. Battery first, solar second. Ready?
Go ahead.
Battery's on. Here we go. It's on.
Okay.
That's it? We're done? Shut up. I know. I'm talking to my phone.
That's all good.
I don't talk very nicely to my phone. I kind of treat it like ChatGPT. Despite all my panic, the install was actually really smooth. The terminals on the Vatr batteries are solid, well labeled, easy to work with. And once I had everything connected and configured, I booted up the app and both batteries showed up immediately. Good voltages, balanced, and fully synced. So the install is done, the app works, but what really matters? We gotta talk about real world performance here. Here's what I'm running on a daily basis. A dorm-sized fridge freezer combo, my Starlink, my laptop. I've got 2 iPhones, 2 LED light strips. Sometimes I have power tools charging, auxiliary lights, rechargeable lights, a 2000 watt inverter running all of it. And with my old setup, that was barely sustainable. I had to shut off devices constantly. And even then, I'd end up with dead batteries if I wasn't careful. But with the Vatr setup, it's a completely different story. I can now run all of that and more if I want, like a waffle iron, a rice cooker, and charge more devices all day, overnight, multiple days in a row. And then I still have headroom. If I don't have sun constantly going to the batteries, I do have to be a little bit more cautious, but even then, running all of those things, I'm good to last anywhere from 5 to 7 days for 24 hours. So I'm thinking I might upgrade the solar, but the cool thing is I already have an auxiliary solar panel. It's a 6-panel, 410 watt, fold-out, portable AFERY panel. I'll link it below, but I've already done a video on it. And I can't say enough about this thing. It charges my auxiliary power stations so much faster than the other 200 watt flexible panel that I had before. This is also a great time to mention that van life is a constant transformation. You don't have to have the perfect rig getting out on the road. You just have to have a rig that works, that's reliable, and that you are somewhat aware of if something goes wrong, how to fix, and who to bring it to when to fix it. But I will say that the amount of change that I've gone through in just the 1 year of living in this van alone, it's insane. There's a lot of transformation constantly going on. There's a lot of modifications. There's new build things that I've added. I added some shelves. I've always got to fix my cabinets. That's my fault. I want people to know that nothing in this world, especially in van life, is permanent. The only thing that's constant is change in life. And in van life, that becomes so much more prominent and you're much more aware of it. So if you think, oh, well, I don't have all these gadgets and gizmos that Bunny has, neither did I when I started out. I started out in a hatchback. I moved up to a station wagon, an SUV, a minivan, and then finally a bigger van. And even after I had 2 bigger vans, they both died on me back to back. I had to downsize again to a minivan. But that allowed me to save up enough money for 1 year to buy a bigger van. Things change, and who knows, in the future, maybe I'll get a 4Runner and build out the back. I don't know. I just want most of you to know out there that if you're just starting out, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can always upgrade at a later time. And if you're living in your vehicle, it's gonna be way easier to do that because you won't be paying rent. So yeah, I might upgrade the solar, maybe put another panel on the roof, maybe put a port in the side of my van. I would need another charge controller to do such a thing. That's another video. But what this showed me is that battery capacity is just as crucial as solar panel size. Bigger panels don't really matter if you don't have a place to store it. You could have all the panels in the world on your roof, but if you don't have enough batteries to store all that power you're making, it won't matter. There's another really cool part to this upgrade. It's not just me upgrading and getting bedazzled in my van with all these gizmos and gadgets. I had these old batteries. They're only a year old, and they're probably gonna have another 9 years of life left. Am I gonna carry that extra weight around in my van just because I have them? Of course not. Real estate in the van is far too precious. So I gave them away. I passed them on to someone in the van life community that needed a solar setup as bad as I did. He's running on bare bones, doesn't have much battery storage capacity as it is, and isn't able to run his refrigerator until he has the solar setup capacity to run it long term. So being able to donate my old batteries to him, that feels good. And that's how this lifestyle should work. We help each other when we can. And this upgrade, gave me the space to do that. And soon, I'm gonna be able to do it for some of you. For me, a lot of the reviews I do, they're not just about me upgrading and getting all this fancy stuff in my van. Yeah, it's great, it's a plus, but remember, I have to work for that. There's so much communication that goes on before this video is even a twinkle in my eye. It also allows me to help other people. When I upgrade my stuff, I'm able to give the stuff that's still in great working order away to other people. So the biggest difference for me now is peace of mind. I know that sounds vague, but if you've ever lived with a limited power system or ever had the lights go out, or even when your cell phone is low on battery, you know what I'm talking about. I'm no longer obsessively checking the power voltage. I don't have to worry about turning my fridge off at night and remembering to turn it back on in the morning before everything thaws, because that's happened. And I don't have to ration my laptop time for editing. I'm just using my setup the way it was meant to be used. I'm going to bed with confidence, knowing my system is stable. And that frees me up to focus on living, instead of micromanaging my battery life. So here's where I land on the Vatr batteries. It's hard to say that. Vatr batteries. Vatr? Whatever. If you're running a minimal system and constantly hitting your limits, it might not be your solar panels that are the problem. It might be the way you store that power that you're making. And if that's the case, these batteries are definitely worth looking into. 600 amp hours changed the way I work and live my life. It even made room for something more. I gotta show you. There's this new addition to our lives here. Everyone say hi to Rook, our new Vanlife crew member. So these batteries extended my off-grid time exponentially, and they let me pay it forward by giving my batteries to someone who needed them. Obviously, I edit these videos over multiple days. I am in almost freezing temperatures at night, and right now, I'll show you the screenshot of what temperature they're at now. When I took that screenshot, it was about 32 degrees outside, and they're staying nice and toasty, functioning as they should with their protective heating element. If you're thinking about upgrading your system, I can genuinely say this was one of the best moves I've made. Big thanks to Vatr for sending these batteries, and big thanks to Tim and my Nomad directory for being a resource for me when I was in panic mode. I just want to remind you that some of these projects are going to challenge you, and that's okay. That's part of this journey on van life. Finding new solutions and finding the loopholes to what's going to work for you and what's not. And if you have questions, please reach out to me. You can email me at bunnyandbeyond@gmail.com. I'm also available for consultations. I've done them for a few people who have just gained so much knowledge from all the mistakes I've made after 12 years on the road. I really want people to have access to this information, so please don't worry about what the cost is. I offer a sliding scale so that everyone has access. I want you to live your van life dreams too, even if that looks like you're moving into a Honda Accord. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Don't worry about what anyone else thinks. You can slowly upgrade to this awesome setup, just as I have, over a few years' time. And I want to help you get there. Send me an email if you're interested. Definitely hit the notifications tab, subscribe, like, and leave me a comment so that the algorithm knows that you want to see me again. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.